I don't suppose you could give me a sample of your brain tissue for study purposes?
Welcome, students. I'm afraid the doctor's going to have to look for brains elsewhere. I don't even have enough to know if this is properly called the Starcraft II Editor or the Galaxy Editor. If you've ever poked around the folder that Starcraft is in, you may have noticed this little application here. It's an editor that allows you to create your own custom maps and even missions and whole campaigns. Blizzard doesn't support it very well, but you can try to figure out for yourself. In fact, Blizzard doesn't really provide many tutorials at all on it. There are a few on Battle.net and a few scattered elsewhere on the web, but none of them that I found are very helpful. This is a bit of a step up from sitting at MS-DOS C prompt and wondering if it's auto-exec bat or what, but not much of a step up. You can try to figure this out. You may want to start a new map, do melee map. You can select a different size of your map, select a different tile set if you want. This little part here is showing how much of the map you're seeing on the screen, so you can zoom in, zoom out. We can add some texture if we want. We can put in a cliff. Ooh. And if you just kind of keep adding to the cliff, you get raised ground. If we want to turn around and put some raised ground on top of our raised ground, we get something like this. We can add a little ramp there. Ooh, add a little ramp there. Doggone, it looks almost like something at a Blizzard. Here we could add some mineral fields. We could add Vespene Geyser. We could get off of units and go to doodads and look for some trees. Put in a little forest. Picking the green ones is a little out of place there. For points, get a starting location. Thank you. Well, look at that. Isn't that nice? So you essentially would have a map there. Here is one I made just sort of poking around here. Let me emphasize here, this is not a tutorial. I don't understand Starcraft II Editor myself, and I find it very difficult to figure out. But if you poke around enough, you may be able to get somewhere. This is just a little map I made, which I call Heavy Metal. And it's actually sort of a gimmicky map. It basically is a Terran versus Terran map. The gimmick being the whole point is to build siege tanks. And you start right next to a wall. You can't see, what's on the other side of the wall. What's on the other side of the wall is the other base. And if from whatever position you start out with, you get some siege tanks in there and then float a building so you have vision, you can wipe out their middle line pretty quickly. At any rate, if we did this map and if we tested it, we thought it worked pretty well, we could make it public, put it on Battle.net, and play it with other people. To do that, we would want to publish it. We'd have to log on and then go through the little drill here. And if we did that, this is what we would see. And I'll show you this and then wind this up. Again, this is not a tutorial on how to use all the details of Starcraft II Editor. This video is just here to point out that it exists. And if it's something you're interested in, get into it, try to figure it out. So here we are, about ready to make some mischief. To get here, we went on to Battle.net and found the game in custom maps. Now, it's tough to be on the enemy's mineral line at this point. Oh, there we are. Anyway, farting around. We'll look down here. They haven't expanded. We can send some people over there and blast them.